Jack, good evening. My name is David Sekwok. I live in Ottawa at the moment. Uh, I'm from Nunavut. My home place in Nunavut is west coast of Hudson Bay. If you could look at the map of Canada, northern part, a little place called Okviet. Long time ago, it was once called Eskimo Point. And I don't mind telling my age. I'm just about 70. I'm 69. I like to believe that my Inuit group, the Ahelmut, the land people, were the very last primitive Inuit Eskimos back then in 50s that were moved into bigger communities. So we can join the rest of the world kind of thing. And from there on, we moved to several places. As I mentioned, I am from Upviet. I'm a retired teacher. I retired in 2012 from 30 years of teaching in Nunavut, across the Arctic, from in central to eastern Arctic. From 2006 to 2012, I moved down to Ottawa to teach and retired from all the teaching jobs as of summer of 2012. Then after my retirement, I really focused on one of the things that I really like doing, which is Inuit music, promoting Inuit music to all the children of Nunavut and beyond, which is drum dancing, drum making, and how to use the drum properly to keep it alive. And since, let's say, since last year, just getting into COVID-19 hit Canada. It was March 16th, 2020, that I start to stay in my little bubble. Not very big. I could carry on my groceries weekly, two times a week, kind of thing, in 4 kilometers radius. Since then, between March of last year to this month, I locked in 2,374 kilometers by foot, by walking. And that is in that little bubble triangle, less than 5 kilometers. And up to date, I lock in 2,374 kilometers, mostly carrying food and sometimes keeping exercise. That really gave me time to relax a bit by walking, and also a good exercise for my age. And I also do lots of drum making, just to keep busy. And I also get orders from some schools across Nunavut, Nunavik, Nunatsiavut. And that keep me going also. In that time slot, I was working on 16 to 25 drums, Inuit drums. And I also, when I'm not walking, when I'm not drum making, I look back at my own history. I mentioned to you, I'm at the very last Inuit pull out from the primitive living in late 50s. I always have a great interest in my own background. So I want to pass on my childhood uh, memoirs to my 6 grandchildren. So for the past, started last spring throughout the summer, right to the fall, I did personal writing geared towards my 6 grandchildren of a life story of their grandpa, how I grew up before uh, getting to civilized world. That's during my primitive days into the changes and into today. So I'm almost finished that. They will have uh, a personal journey from Grandpa probably this summer. And I also um, trying to write. I'm not a writer, by the way. I'm trying to keep busy. Animated script writing called Broken Drum. Combination of stories from my late father and what I captured during my childhood from my primitive days to today. Uh, and I also, for the past 6 to 8 years, been writing personal things of my life from early 50s up to today, focusing on my career as a teacher and also during my time when we were forced to move from A to B and C by government of the day in Canada in 50s. So that's what I've been doing during COVID. Lots of writing, lots of walking, and also sharing lots of drumming with children of Nunavut. Since then, I also gave away many drums to households and children in Nunavut by drawing, not picking up numbers. Winner gets a free drum. So I just want to add on um, how my age group and generation before me, and I'm sure generation ahead of me will also make some adjustments and adapt things because the change is coming very fast and really forceful. Even though in my early days before getting into civilized world, we start to adapt simple things like musical instrument like this one. It's not an Inuit thing. It's something that we adapt in 50s from Trojan people. So my late mother taught me how to play it. It's called a palud or juice harp or mouth organ. I'll play a little tune for you. This is something much better like my mother used to have, but hers sounds much better than this. This is store bought, by the way. And I also capture some of the traditional music that my late father and their future generations composed. I mentioned earlier that I was caught up in change being relocated uh, from something traditional to modern very fast. My age group and my brother, late brother, age group older than me, we didn't really capture the traditional Inuit way of composing songs. But we were given songs by, uh, like for instance, my name is Hikwak, Inuktitut Hikwak. Hikwak before me composed song traditionally. When he passed away, his song become mine. Now today I have a granddaughter named after me, Hikwak. Now we share that song. She has her copy. When I passed away, she will be the sole owner of the song. That's how we pass it on. Sometimes it's given, but in our family, it passed on through name or through father, sons, and so on. So the songs are not like they sit down, write it on paper. It's not like that. It's something that I experienced personally. Looking at men traditionally, all men were providers of their families. Mind you, in primitive days, you have no uh, houses, no light, no nothing, but we have traditional way of shelters, igloos, transportation, walking, dock teams, kayak. Those were basic things. And a man is a provider. He go out a lot every day if he has to. One of the one of his journeys that might be so important to him, and it become a song, become his personal song, and it's a song for him for a lifetime. Only him can use it. Others with permission can use it, or he can give it, or he can pass it on to his namesake. I'm going to share something that I picked up from a movie, not ordinary movie, between 2000 and 2005. There was a huge movie from Canada, in Canada, that was made in northern Canada, in Nunavut, in Igloolik area. All the actors, directors, filmmakers, everything was by Inuit. And it has all that typical um, storyline that you see in a regular movie where they have a love and hate and revenge and love. I mean, those kind of things. But it's all in there too. It's all Inuit story, and it was all in Inuktitut language too. So when I start teaching down here in Ottawa, a young Inuit came down. We saw the video, the Inuit movie called Adanakriak, the Fast Runner. I want them to study it. And I asked them, what part do you like of that story? Quite a few said, that song, theme song of that movie is very touching. It's so old that we don't even know many words traditionally because the song is very old. And I'd like to share that song with you right now. and I will demonstrate drum dancing following this one, because my group, when there is drum dancing, someone should sing while I drum dance. Now, I don't have a singer this evening, so I'm going to sing this tune for you. Very popular song from that movie that every school knows it today. Here it is, called Kaitsu. Aya kaitsu ga mana, kai katu mana. Matui katasama puksalala oibi. Ya 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 ya. Aya kumi mani, nalong mi mani. Imngingua paling ma tu sanua pakpi. Ya 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 ya. Aya uwingi agauni atok tasu imna. Uwingi akata sapo katik tuli kangani. Ya 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 ya. Ay pakti samingay ayok sa pagkamnungay. Ay pakti samana manima sa tuakpo. Ya 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 ya. Well, that song, every time I sing it, I like it even better. So I grew up listening to this kind of chanting or song or beat, and accompanied by usually a drum dancer, usually many times a man. Sometimes women are included, and sometimes children. So I'd like to demonstrate to you how my family drum dance, how I was taught how to drum dance, and how I teach my 6 grandchildren drum dance today. Here is a short piece of drum dance demonstration. Matna Koyinamik, that is my performance. Thank you for inviting me. Good night, everyone.
Bye-bye, David. Thank you so much. Nice meeting you. Stay safe.
Okay, bye.
Bye-bye. This way. Okay. Oh.
Thank you so much, David. Hi, everybody. My name is Evan Chemekis, and I am one of the co-hosts tonight. We're coming to you live from the Pelican Lake First Nation in Saskatchewan. We are part of the Nihio culture. I'll let my co-host Valine introduce herself as well.
Um, Hi, everyone. My name is Valine Bill from Pelican Lake. We're happy you can be here. Next, we have up Lawrence Roy Jr. from Saskatoon. He's also here. He may want to introduce himself.
Hello, you hear me? Hi, my name is Lawrence Roy Jr. I was born and raised here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I went to St. Mary's School when I was younger. I started hoop dancing with the St. Mary's Hoop Dance Troupe, and we started with 5 hoops, and we continued on hoop dancing. We went to different hoop dance troupe. I went to Jodaquette High School, and there I learned how to do a different style of hoop dancing. So then I combined both of those styles and I made my style. So what you're gonna see here is gonna be dancing with 30 hoops. And the first hoop, long time ago, was made from red willow. And red willow is mainly found by the creek streams and stuff because it needs water to be soaked in it, and then it can be bendy. And then it would be tied with sinew. And sinew comes from the animals, so we use that a lot for everything that we used it for dream catchers and all sorts of different things. Then it would be colored with different things of the land. So you would use different things like grass for the green, blueberries, dandelions maybe for the grass, for the yellow. Red, maybe you could use cherries or different berries and stuff like that. So that's what the hoops were made of. And I hope, I think that's about enough I could say. Did you guys need a little bit more on that? Okay, so I thank you very much. I hope you guys enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lawrence Roy Jr., and I'm about to do the hoop dance for you. I was born and raised here in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. My mom, she comes from Coakatoos down south. My dad comes from Green Lake up north, and that's why here I'm in Saskatchewan. And now I'm about to be doing the hoop dance here for you with 30 hoops. I started hoop dancing in 1989 with St. Mary's Hoop Dance Troupe. And I started thinking, how was I going to keep all this hoop dancing going? And it was a tradition that had to keep going. So I kept the circle going, and this is where I am to this day. There's going to be 30 hoops here. You're going to see different things such as the eagle, snake, butterfly, a ball, a flower, a mouse, a bear, a ball. You can think of it as an igloo or a sweat or anything your imagination comes out with. So any bird, it could be an eagle, a seagull, anything else with wings. Thank you very much. represents our earth. Everything on our earth is all connected to one another. One thing is connected to another thing to make this earth strong. For instance, the eagle, it needs a snake to survive because that's what he eats to survive another day. The snake, it survived by the grass because that's what he hides in to survive another day. Us humans, we need meat to survive. So the buffaloes, they need the grass to survive. And us humans, we also need water and vegetables. So all you kids, go home and eat your vegetables. Okay, so everything in this earth is all connected. And if we take out one thing out of this earth, what do you think would happen? Our earth would fall apart. It's not just going to boom, explode like that, but slowly, slowly fall apart. So look after your earth. Go home and use your heart to be kind to one another, to share. And this epidemic is making us look and feel apart from each other. Go and look and be connected with each other through your eyes and through hearts. So use your heart to share and to be kind. And I thank you very much for opening up to our world here to keep it strong. This is our heart. Look after your heart. Thank you very much. All right, thank you very much. Have a good day. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I have a question. So thank you. That was really fascinating. Just wondering, you talked about two different styles and how they're different and how you combine them. Can you talk a little bit more about that and maybe why they're different and kind of how is it controversial to combine them that way and when you make them your own, or is it accepted?
Well, when I first started hoop dancing in 1989, I started with Delvin Kennedy, and he taught me how to do 21 hoops. And that style came from New Mexico, and that was the Taos Pueblo Indian tribe, and they started there with 5 hoops. And so that was the style that I started with. And then I went to high school and I learned a different style, which was the style from Patrick Nippy. And he's the one that taught me how to do 17 hoop style. And those two styles there, I guess, we combined them when we were in high school. So it was kind of the thing to do. And that's what we did. And now we combined them and we made 30 hoops, 30 hoop style. That's the style I dance with now.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Any other questions?
I have thousands. I'll let other people jump in.
I have a question for you, Lawrence. Who's going to win the Oilers versus Jets playoff series?
Winnipeg Jets.
Well, let me get my Oilers hat on.
Oh man, it's terrible.
Well,
Evan was almost crying today. He was so upset.
well, I think that with all the amazing performances tonight, Steph, we're going to be geared to get ready for a game and that. Thank you so much for the performance, Lawrence. It was an absolutely awesome message that you shared with everyone, and I thank you for your time, and I thank you for being a part of the cultural event here today. And once again, thank you so much for being a part of this.
Yes, thank you very much. I love sharing my culture with everybody else, and everything that I do is all about the circle of life. So that's part of the circle is sharing and being one with one another. So thank you very much. Have a good day.
You too.
Take care.
Yeah.
So our next performer comes to us from the Buffalo Narrows community in northern Saskatchewan. Tristan DeRocher is our Métis fiddle player, and he's not able to make it with us today, but he will be on the youth panel tomorrow. Tristan is, like I said, he's from the Buffalo Narrows community. His mother's from the Lac La Ronge Indian band. He's a strong writer and a music teacher. Has interest in photography. He loves to share stories about the history and the land. The man who's accompanying him in the video on the guitar is Troy Sutherland from Leaf Rapids. And they recorded the video in a cabin just north of Thompson, Manitoba during one of Tristan's trips to teach fiddle. So if we can bring the video up of Tristan and Troy.
Wow. Such a good nice. Yeah. I love that too. Thank you to whoever wrote it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I do. You probably have a better bow than I do if you want to do that one. Because this is like a carbon fiber. Mine.
Once again, thank you to Tristan DeRocher for sending us the video. Such a beautiful melody, and we want to thank Tristan for also being agreeing to be a part of the youth panel that'll happen tomorrow. Tristan has shared such an important message here in Saskatchewan with the crisis happening up north, and we acknowledge and we honor the walk that Tristan completed last year. And the world was watching and supporting you, Tristan, and we're very grateful for you to be here with us and to share your music. It's such a beautiful melody. So with that, we'll move on to our next presenters.
So next we have up the Ungahawi Connection. They are from the Onedea Nation. Performing will be Jasmine Phillips and Tylee Smoke.
Saguli swagwig, lojat the guido ni yat satnawa ni wagita load, anyata aga ni wagahonjod. Greetings, hello everybody. We're coming to you from the Oneida Nation territory. We are the Ongwehongwe Connection. The Ongwehongwe Connection is about connecting to our people, the people of the Longhouse, as we come from the Oneida Nation. Our culture consists of a lot of song and dance, and so we're here to share that with you here today. We have a specific dance that is internationally known all over the world, and this dance is called the smoke dance. We have dancers here, Jasmine Phillips and Ty Smoke. We're gonna do the smoke dance for you here today. All right, y'all wanna go? Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you to the Ungahawi dance troupe from the Oneida Nation. That's such a beautiful dance. I absolutely love it. It's such a high tempo, and I was actually bouncing up in my chair here. I think later on, if we have time, we're going to have a little smoke dance competition between myself and Val. So if you would like to see that, put that in the comments. I definitely think that I've got the upper hand on Val on this one. So we want to thank everybody for once again joining us. And after a long day, everything was absolutely amazing. The lineup of speakers, we're so grateful for all the performers who've sent in videos. We have some amazing performers from right across North America, international performers, well-renowned singers and artists. One of the artists that we're very happy to have join us here this evening is a world-renowned singer by the name of Fawn Wood. Fawn has been very busy throughout the past year with the virtual round dance. She's the founder of the virtual round dance, which happened about a March at the very beginning of the pandemic, and they actually had I think it was like 60 some straight nights of different performers from right across North America. And if you haven't tuned into the virtual round dance, it's definitely something that you should check out. It's on Facebook. Me personally, like I love to listen to the music. I get out of my chair and I dance. So if you at any point during this evening's cultural gala, you feel the need, to stand up and to, you feel the need, and that's what this is all about. When we share a culture, when there's song and when there's dance, you can't help but feel that energy. And although we're not, physically able to celebrate, I know that for me, this is really something that I'm very happy to be a part of. So with that, it's my honor to introduce you to Fawn Wood, and so she'll be sharing a couple of videos with you here as well.
Thanks, everybody. I just want to say thank you for the invite to come and share a little bit of music with you all. I know during these times when our people are so used to turning to our culture and our way of being, and we can't right now because of social distancing and everything happening. But I find that things like this and as social media is an awesome way to still keep connected. And, even if it's just from hearing a song or so, I really hope you guys are enjoying your day and your evening. This first song I'd like to share with you, I'm actually Plains Cree and Stalo and Statlium Salish. My mom's from British Columbia. My dad's from here in Saddle Lake. This first song I'd like to share with you guys is I entitled it Hope. It's my most recent song I made, and it's sung in our Plains Cree language. And I hope you guys enjoy it. Yeah. Enjoyed that one. As I get ready for the next song, kind of touching, I shared that I was Statlium on my mom's side, Salish from the West Coast. This song is called the Grandmother Song. It was actually composed by my maternal grandmother, Florence Bertilla Thomas. And it came to her during a really powerful time for my whole family on that side. And it's done a lot of good for
that is featured, I think, on track 5. But also her partner, who happens to be a relative of mine. My mother is from the Frog Lake First Nation in Alberta, and her last name is Waskahat. So Fawn's partner is Dallas Waskahat, and I also just want to mention that Dallas is a huge Oilers fan as well. Right now we're in the midst of the Stanley Cup playoffs, and one of the things that I'm very, very fortunate, and I also want to send a shout out to the Logan Alexa Singers. I know they were outside of somewhere in Edmonton singing the Oilers song. So as kind of before we get into the next performances and the next videos, I have a song especially for Steph. I'm I don't consider myself a singer, but I do sing occasionally. So here's a song for going out to Steph McLaughlin. It's called The Oilers Song, and it was composed by Rocky Morin of the Blackstone Singers. Let's go Oilers, let's go Oilers, let's go all the way. You got the moves, you got the style. This is our time. Go Oilers, go! Hi-yo, hi-yo, hi-yo. Woo-hoo-hoo! Let's go Oilers! So with that, we'll pass things back to Val.
So we were able to get powwow dancers, and PJ Warren was able to find us a few dancers to explain our most popular powwow dancing. Which one? Chantel? Shante? We'll start with Shante Spidell.
Hello, my friends and relatives. I greet you with a good heart and I shake your hand. My name is Shantae Spadell, and I come to you from the Sapataya Cree Nation in the San Joaquin tribe. I currently reside in my Captain Cotton Nation, and I'm here today to showcase my rendition of the Jingle Dress Dance. This dance it originates from the Ojibwe people in Eastern Canada, and it's a story of healing. It's a story of combining the resilience of our people. And this came to be from a father who had dreamed of this jingle dress because his daughter was ill and sick and did not have mobility. And so when he dreamed of this dress, they told him that it was going to help his daughter heal, and that the sound of the jingle was going to reenact the rain sound, and that was going to help her heal her heart and her mind and be able to move. And so with that, this dress still symbolizes that and still does that same job. It heals all of the people that wear the dress, all the people who watch this style of dance. And so I'm here, to offer a little bit of healing in this COVID times, so that you feel safe and you feel sound, and that whatever you're going through, whether it's mourning or losing a loved one, or maybe it's dealing with hard mental health throughout COVID and being in isolation, that this dance could help you in your heart and your mind. And so I'm going to leave it up to the drum group to make me dance and give me the good spirits to dance with each and every single one of you.
Thank you, Shantae Spidell, for sending in that video. Our next performer comes by the way of Saskatoon as well. Hunter Blazing Game is a well-known singer. He's the lead singer for the Black Otter Drum Group. He's also a men's traditional dancer, so we're very honored and thank Hunter for sending us in the video. So with that, we'll go to Hunter Blazing Game.
Lame Deer, Montana. My name is Hunter Blasingame. I come from the Northern Cheyenne tribe of Lame Deer, Montana. I'm a Northern traditional dancer, and I've been dancing my entire life. My dance represents a storytelling of when the warriors would go to battle and find the enemy, and when they would count coup or strike the enemy. In these times that we're all been put through with COVID, I've found myself being tested in my own artistic abilities, whether it's making things for my outfit or teaching myself how to draw and paint. I think it's a good time that we've been through, even though it's been really hard for some people because it's reconnected us to a lot of our family, whether if it's our home life or virtual life. We've had to take time out of our what used to be normal schedule and figure things out in a new way. So it wasn't all bad.
Hi, so I know that the group really wanted to videotape outside, and watching these videos is making me really miss powwow right now. So our next dancer is going to be Lauren Oakes, and she is dancing Women's Fancy.
My name is Lauren Oakes, and I'm from the Niigaaniit First Nation located in Treaty 4 territory, and I'm Plains Cree, Meskwaki, and Navajo, and I've been dancing the Woman's Fancy Shawl ever since I could walk. Just a quick kind of history on the Woman's Fancy. There's a lot of stories about it, but kind of the stories that I've always grew up listening to it was about women kind of overcoming a lot of barriers and a lot of obstacles where they're always meant to be in the background, but they wanted to be up front with all the men, and it's evolved to what it is today. So So what I'm wearing is I have a shawl and I have a cape and my leggings and moccasins. And with the woman's fancy, it's all about everything that you do on your left foot, you do on your right foot, and moving your arms and keeping up to the song. Woman's fancy is kind of one of the more newer styles in the powwow world. And with COVID, I think the thing that has helped me the most overcome it and kind of stay focused is my dancing. Even though powwows were kind of put to a halt, I think always training and always working out is the only thing, really the only thing that kind of kept me mentally strong. And even though there's no powwows, I feel like I'm in probably the best shape I've been to, because that's kind of the only thing that's really been motivating me, is just to stay emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and emotionally strong. So that would be my advice on how I was able to stay strong during this whole pandemic. Thank you.
What an amazing performance that was. I just have to say that Laren is one of the champion dancers here in Saskatchewan. I know I have nieces and daughters who are fancy dancers as well, and Laren is like the most well respected. She would be the Connor McDavid of the female fancy dance. So I know my nieces, they really look up to Laren, and she's such a amazing dancer. And our next performer is actually someone we really want to thank for helping us out and getting the contact information and inviting such amazing dancers that come to us from here in Saskatoon. We want to thank TJ Warren, who's our next performer. TJ is an educator based out of Saskatoon. His wife is the vice principal at one of the schools there, Oskayak. We want to acknowledge our relation to them. Dabney and has strong ties to our community here in Pelican Lake. She's got family here, and we want to acknowledge the Warren family, TJ and Dabney, and daughters Omiosu and Kiaba. We thank you guys. We hope you enjoyed the performances this evening. This will be our last performance, so I really hope you enjoy. So thank you again, TJ, for setting this up and helping us out, and all the work that you did on such short notice. So our last performer here, we'll introduce him, is by way of the Navajo Nation in Arizona, TJ Warren.
Yantesh Eros TJ Warren Nimishia, Ogden Turin Slump and Washington, Kilitin is the cheat the shake with Adan. Hi everybody, my name is TJ Warren. I'm sharing the men's prairie chicken dance style here for you. The pandemic has taught me about my health and my well-being, is being able to really slow down and take things a little more serious in terms of my relationship, kinship, and family around me. And so one of the things that I tried to implement in my home is that reconnection and being able to utilize kinship values and that system again. And so reconnecting with my family was really important during this pandemic. And it has really grounded me to be able to have those connections. You know, I had opportunity to keep in contact a little bit more, you know, with more time available to me. And I really appreciate this time and being able to do that. But I also got to check in on all the relatives and my families, especially our elders. And so for me, dancing during this time period really kept me sane. And so being able to have that connection with my culture and identity and being able to do that was very important too. And so that's the beauty of our culture as First Nations people, is being able to connect that way, to have an access point, even if it's dressing up in our regalias and dancing at home. And so I really appreciate, you know, the value of that and being able to have that grounding with our dancing and our singing. And so today I'm demonstrating the men's prairie chicken dance style. This dance style is said to originate amongst the Blackfoot Confederacy. I come from the Great Diné Nation, or the Navajo Nation as we are referred to, and I adopted this way of life, what we refer to as the powwow way of life. This is one of the many dance styles that we will be sharing here today as a group, and we hope that you enjoy. The men's prairie chicken is a dance style that mimics the prairie chickens during the early springtime courtship mating season dance that they portray. And so when we come out, we dance, we ruffle our feet, we roll our shoulders, we move our head, and we dance to many of these songs. And so it's always great to be able to share, and we hope you enjoy the dancing, and we hope that you take something great from the dancing and the healing and all that is shared with you today. So with that, we're gonna go turn it over to our song for the men's prairie chicken dance.
And they had a guy from oh, no, wait a second.
Once again, thank you, TJ, for everything you've done to help us get organized with the amazing dancers. We brought you some of the very best of the best in the Powell Indigenous country. We hope you enjoyed the performances this evening. We want to thank all the guests that were able to join us here and send in videos, and we want to thank Lawrence and David for joining us live. We also want to send our thank you our on who has been very busy, to everybody who was able to attend here this cultural extravaganza. I know that in times during this pandemic, we try to do our best to to showcase some our beautiful culture right across North America and right across the globe. There's so many different and beautiful songs and dance that were shared here this evening. I for one really enjoyed, and I'm thankful to be a part of this evening's event. We hope to see everyone back tomorrow for more sharing and for more storytelling. We have a Dene drummer who will be with us here bright and early, first thing in the morning. So with that, we hope you all enjoy the rest of your evening, and we will see you again. Good night.
Yeah!